Welcome back to the Grand Solar Minimum channel. Today is Thursday, October 17th, 2019. Let's take a look at our space weather real quick. Right now we're looking at solar wind speeds at 406.9 kilometers per second with a very thin density of 0.1. No sunspots to report again. That's now 2 weeks in a row, 14 days without sunspots, and 213 days for the total of 2019 so far. Our TCI has remained unchanged at 4.33. The KP indices is sitting at a 2, and our 24-hour max is also sitting at a 2. And let's take a look at the SDO in motion as we can take a better look at this coronal hole. That is the coronal hole that is Earth facing. We will see solar wind from that on October 20th, October 21st. And then if you look off to the eastern limb, there is a larger coronal hole starting to turn towards Earth. We probably will see the effects from that around the 24th of October. So we got two coronal holes to watch, one not so big. The second one might be a little bit of a problem, nothing too major though. But we will also continue to monitor those as well. All right, guys, let's get into your national forecast for today. Go ahead and give you an update on what's happening with the rainfall that we've seen so far. This is a current look at our radar as we speak. And this bomb cyclone really did a little bit more damage than we thought it was going to do. 90-mile-an-hour winds last night in New England, I should say early morning. Low pressure intensified rapidly. Listen to this, guys. In 15 hours, the pressure dropped 30 millibars. So that is beyond a bomb cyclone. And thank God it's not cold out. This would have been a pretty hectic snowstorm for sure. Strong winds will linger through the northeast today. More power outages and downed trees are expected. Locally, heavy rain may trigger flash flooding in spots. The bomb cyclone set a new October low pressure record in parts of New England. Now, right now, this intense storm has left over 550,000 customers without power from Maine to North Carolina to Ohio, according to poweroutages.us. Trees and power lines have been down in at least 7 eastern states, particularly in southeast New England, where wind gusts up to 90 miles an hour were clocked overnight. That's a sustained Category 2 hurricane force winds were measured atop of Mount Washington, New Hampshire early this morning. The northeast coastal storm easily met criterion for a bomb cyclone, a term some meteorologists use to classify the surface lows with pressure drops at least 24 millibars in 24 hours. This one plummeted 30 millibars in just 15 hours. Lots of rain has fallen already. We've seen 2 to 4 inches of rain in most areas, and I'll go ahead and tell you the areas. Right in here, we've seen a lot of rain in the Albany, upstate New York area. Lots of rain since last evening through overnight, and recently have we seen the yellows and reds kind of whittle away, I should say. But we might have about another half inch of rain to do with here in the capital region. Upstate, not so much the case. We'll see a lot more heavy rain. The flooding concerns do row around this area today as well. So this is lifting out, but now we're dealing with the back end of this. So again, the worst of the rain is over, but we're still dealing with heavy rains, down power lines, and trees as well from last night's aftermath. All right, let's take a look at what conditions are going to be overnight tonight. Looking at temperature, low temperatures that is, the entire country is going to really cool off tonight. This storm drug in a cold front, and we are definitely seeing signs of fall everywhere. Even folks down in Texas, you'll see lows in the 40s tonight. So this is much refreshing air that some of you folks down, it's been hot in Texas, and Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona. It's been hot. Same in the deep south. Maximum temperatures today, not so bad either. 60s across most of the south, 60s and 70s, I should say. Looking at some areas that might get into the lower 80s, but nothing major as far as heat. The northeast, though, 40s and 50s for the high. Northwest, same story for you. In the Ohio Valley, you guys will be flirting with 50s and 60s for the most part of the day. All right, this is what they're thinking for the rest of today. Mixed precipitation moving into the northwest. And we're also watching this system in the Gulf as well, and I'll get into that here just in a minute. The northwest is going to pick up in more mixed precipitation from Washington to Colorado. Heavy snow possible for parts of Seattle. Thunderstorms and showers across the Midwest as well. The Northeast looking at mixed precip as well on Friday, and then into Saturday, or this is into Sunday, I should say, more active weather over the weekend. Actually, this is for Saturday. I apologize. So heavy snow possible in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. Mixed precipitation for the majority of the Northwest. More showers and thunderstorms moving across the Midwest, and that has something to do with the Gulf of Mexico system also feeding moisture into that front as well. Here's a live look at what we have in the Gulf, and believe it or not, folks, we're talking about an 80% chance of development. Now, this could be a subtropical, if not a tropical depression, but right now, chances of it being a subtropical storm is a lot more higher than what we thought the other day. 80% chance in the next 48 hours, 80% chance over the next 5 days. So let's take a look at this thing on the GFS. Focus in right here. This is the system right now. And as we move towards tomorrow and Saturday, our nor'easter bomb cyclone is finally moving its way out. The remnants of the rain will be gone by Friday. And then we have this system in the Gulf that is going to be dangerous as far as high winds and heavy flooding. We're not going to be expecting hurricane force winds, but this system is still going to make a dent down here. And Tallahassee, the panhandle of Florida, looks like to be the bullseye of this current system. Again, it could be just a subtropical, but right now, meteorologists are thinking this will develop and will cause some problems, mainly rain and wind. Nothing too life-threatening, but still we have to be aware of those dangers as well. This system will move out through Sunday. It's going to rake the coast. South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, heavy rain expected all the way up the East Coast. And this storm right now is not expected to do a nor'easter or hang around in the Northeast at all. This one will move out once it gets around DC, Philly. It'll start to pull away from the coast. And right behind it is another low pressure system that will drag across the Midwest into early next week and bring us more showers and storms. Another cold front to blast the Midwest, the Ohio Valley, and the Northeast. We'll see some lake effect snow showers overnight, possibly Wednesday into Thursday, and then a little tiny warm up for us to get some more rain in the picture here across the northern Great Lakes. Colder air behind that front as well. More rain showers across the Tennessee Valley through the Northeast by next Friday. And another system to kind of watch out for in the Gulf. Right now, it's not showing much development, but it does pick up a little intensity. GFS is showing anyway. And southern Florida, the middle part in southern Florida, will get its shot at some tropical rain at that point. You guys noticing next Saturday, and I talked about this on an earlier broadcast, we're looking at the chance of some lake effect snows by next weekend. So we will also continue to watch that. But really a pretty quiet end of the month, October 27th. High pressure dominates the lower 48 as we get into November 1st. Look at this, guys. Much needed break here. And if anything, we are going to see some snow showers in upstate New York on Halloween, trick-or-treat night. Lake effect, that's what this looks like. A little bit of a break on November 1st, but then more storms and showers develop at the beginning of November. And again, that wet pattern continues to pick up once again. Look at that. Another low pressure system, another storm across potentially Minnesota and North Dakota. We'll just have to keep our eyes on that system as well. So lots to talk about, lots to go over. Guys, we'll be live tomorrow morning once again with another quick update. And then Friday night, 9 p.m., we'll do another live show for all your grand solar minimum news updates. Until then, guys, have a great day today, and we'll talk soon.
Do you like this show? Give us a thumbs up. Want to support us more? Share to your favorite social media platform. Buy a t-shirt or become a Patreon. All links are in the description below.